Good morning, Charlotte.
Hi, Pam.
We've asked a number of our customers if they'd like to ask questions, and John wants to know, will the government's new policy on social housing benefit SYHA?
That's a great question. Thanks, Pam. There's been quite a few changes to government policy recently that SYHA really supports. I'll start with the consumer standards. So the regulator of social housing has always been really interested in the standards for governance and financial viability. But in 2024, they brought in a consumer standard, which is greatly welcomed by us. The standard really focuses on customer service and safety. And like I said, it now sits alongside governance, financial viability, and now these new consumer standards. Customers might have heard about the new standards. The most popular thing that gets talked about is the tenant satisfaction measures. And it'd be really worth customers having a look on our website to see how SYHA are doing. I'm really proud and pleased to say that SYHA's tenant satisfaction measures are in the upper quartile for the sector, and that's something that we're absolutely delighted about. The other thing that I'd like to bring up is the recent right to buy restrictions. This is another change from government policy that might affect our customers. We acknowledge that not all customers might be happy about the recent restrictions, but we feel as a sector it's really, really important that council housing and social housing remains in the sector. As most people will know, there's a crisis, a housing crisis, and that's really hitting the affordable sector, so the council housing and the social housing the hardest. We really want to make sure that we can maintain those properties as a legacy for future generations. We're also making sure that we're trying to build new social homes as well, with social rent. And that's something that we're really excited about for the future, is developing more homes in the region to make sure that everyone that needs a social home can get a social home. The final thing that I'd like to mention is the recent spending review. So that's the 2025 spending review. So that was one of the most exciting and monumental for the sector, actually. It included 39 billion investment, and that will mean 1.5 million new homes for the sector, which is absolutely incredible and very, very much needed. It will also see a £13 billion investment in net zero, so all those steps that need to be taken towards making people's homes warm and fit for the future. And it also includes a £100 million investment in homelessness, which SYHA, it's one of our big priorities, is helping to address homelessness in the region. So really, really pleased with the outcome of the spending review.